The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hi, everyone. I see there's about 25 of you here. We're so excited to be able to do this webinar with you from our homes, as I imagine many of you are as well. We will get started in about 1 minute. We will give some more time for people to join. But in the chat, could you write where you are calling in from and what your role is? So if you're just joining in now, we're going to get started very soon. In the chat, please share where you're calling in from and what your role is.
Hey, Emily. Some of everyone or a lot have been responding, but it looks like they're actually putting it in the question section. There's a chat all the way towards the bottom below the question section of the tool.
Oh, yes. Yep. But I see the responses that came in through the questions. So
yeah, there's a bunch coming in through the questions.
Cool. We have a Racine. Hi, Racine from Wisconsin. Randy calling in from Wisconsin too. Hello. Hi, Andrea from Illinois. Donna, we've met before. Hi, welcome. There's Kurt from Nebraska. Andy from Colorado, welcome. Christine from Virginia. Rhonda from Maryland. We have a Sam from Massachusetts. And Michael from Racine. Hi, Scott from Arizona and from WeVideo. Regina from New Jersey. And Hank. I don't see the location, but welcome, Hank. Hello, Kathleen, Heather, Sheila. We've met before. Hi, Sheila, welcome. Joshua, Caitlin, Kim, Christine, Catherine, Dwayne, Alice, Heather, Janina. I know you. Hello, welcome. We are so excited to have you all here. And I think we will get started. This will be recorded, so if you happen to miss anything, we'll send out the recording after this webinar so you can refer to that. Okay, so for our agenda today, we'll do an introduction and overview of what the new WeVideo is, and you'll get to see a demo. I'll go over some frequently asked questions, and then we'll have a lot of time for you to ask questions as well. And just a reminder, there is an area for questions to your right and an area for the chat. We have Joelle and Jason here who will be monitoring those two things. So go ahead and put your questions there as they come up.
Sorry, one quick note, Emily. It looks like the chat isn't working. I got a couple questions saying that. Jason, not sure if there's a setting we can open up for everyone, but everything seems to be coming in through the questions versus the chat.
Yeah, sorry about that. We'll probably get that polished for the next webinar that we do. So something might not have been clicked on correctly.
Cool.
So we can use the questions.
Yeah, cool. So quick introduction about who's here from WeVideo with you all. I'm Emily from the product team. We have Joelle from the customer success team and Jason from the marketing team. Cool. And I'm just going to turn off my camera for the next part so you can focus on the content. Okay. So I actually have, to get to know who you all are, I have a poll question here for you. So just to see, how long have you all been using WeVideo? Cool. Yeah, just a couple people who are still voting. Okay, I'm gonna close the poll. And here are the results. Okay, so I see some just starting in less than a year, about half at 1 to 2 years, and 30% 3 to 5 years, and 3% at 5+ years. Awesome. And just one more question for you at this point. Is your school or district doing distance learning right now? Cool. Got a couple more people voting here. All right, I'm going to close the poll. Wow, a lot of you, 84%, and 16% not right now. This is very interesting to see, and I hope that in looking at the new WeVideo, we're really excited to share it because I think there's a lot of features to it that can really help with the distance learning. Okay. Continuing on, so since we do have a mix of people with a variety of experience, I like to start this presentation with a quick overview of what WeVideo is all about. So this is our vision statement and what our whole team here rallies around every day. We really focus on every learner being able to express ideas with creativity, voice, and empathy to forge deeper learning and impact their world. And what I really love about WeVideo and seeing how students and teachers use it is being able to see how much engagement there is when students are able to use WeVideo. These are some quotes I have from you from some users. This is from Jennifer, a middle school teacher. She said, I taught with a huge grin on my face for 2 weeks as I watched my students go from, ew, we have to hear our voice, to, oh my gosh, this is my most favorite thing I've done in school. And you know you're onto something good when your students don't even blink at the end of a class bell and stay for 30 minutes after class recording and editing just to get it perfect. And this quote is from a first grade teacher. She says, students were trained to serve as videographers, photographers, directors, teleprompter assistants, and volume control. Each time a new student was ready to take on a new position, the current student trained the next. They did amazing and took their jobs very seriously. And it's really awesome to see the types of creativity that comes out of our students in classrooms. This is just a small sample of some student work. So a quick description of these, we have a first grader. This class actually watched Reading Rainbow, and they said to their teacher, I want to make book reviews like that. So they came up with this assignment themselves, and they're doing book reviews. In this, the next one here, we actually have a student who is interviewing himself as a historical character. And I actually think the teacher who facilitated this might be on this call. So that's very cool. And then we have a first grader here who is doing her animal research report. And then here is a really awesome high school morning announcement production team who they are amazing because they run everything from coming up with the scripts to the editing and casting and all of that. We have a kindergarten class doing wacky weather reports with green screen and talking about weather. And then here we have a math class who has the ability to showcase their learning and thinking by talking through how to solve a word problem and using the screencast tool. So now onto the new WeVideo. Those of you who have been using the classic WeVideo for some time, you might wonder, why did we build the new WeVideo? So over the years, we got a lot of feedback on what would make it easier for teachers and students for their workflow. So a lot of the things that you'll see today really focus on teachers and students and how they interact already in their workflow. And we really want to make things much more easier and streamlined. So what is in the new WeVideo? So for teachers, you can streamline your class workflow. You can manage students with classes and organize and plan assignments. For teachers, you can also review student work that are both turned in and in progress. And really soon, probably in about 2-ish weeks, we will have the ability to add comments to students' projects. For students, they can focus on learning and creating. So we've changed the editor. It's just as powerful, but things are more streamlined and easier to use. And students can also turn in their assignments in one click. And there's a lot more to come in 2020. So I mentioned earlier, we have teacher comments coming. There's going to be enhanced collaboration and teacher templates and a lot more things on our roadmap. One important thing to know is that the new WeVideo and the classic WeVideo will continue living side by side over the next year. So as you may be transitioning to using it or transitioning your teachers who you're coaching, just know that both are accessible. And eventually everything will migrate over to the new WeVideo. And one thing that's really important to us is that this was built for teachers by teachers. So this has been something we've been working on over the last year, and every step of the way we've worked closely with teachers who have given us feedback throughout the process so that we really make sure we're building for our users. So let's see it in action. Okay, so I have two windows open. In this window is a student account, and this window here is a teacher account. When you get access to the new WeVideo, you will have a blue button on your dashboard that would take you there. So when you click on that, it will take you to your new WeVideo dashboard. And as the teacher, you already have a sample class in here, which is a really nice place to start as you're exploring the new WeVideo, because you can see assignments. And here the assignments in yellow are in draft mode. So as you are planning your lessons, you can keep them in draft mode and publish them when you're ready to send it over to your students. Over here, the green is an assignment that has been published, and you can see that 1 in 4 students have turned in their assignment. So if you click review, you can see one student has turned it in, and you can review the video and watch it. And in progress, we have these students who have started their assignment but haven't turned it in yet. So as a teacher, you can go in there and view in progress work. And what's really nice about this is you can look at what they've created, but if your student wanted help on something, you can even edit it as well. I'm going to switch gears in showing what's in the editor. So you'll notice a lot of familiar things compared to the classic WeVideo, but a little bit different. So this button is really important and useful, this clipboard button, because that pulls up the instructions for your assignment. So as the student is working, they can refer to it. Over here, you have the ability to add media, and you can see our WeVideo Essential Stock Library is in here now. And you can search for over 1 million pieces of stock content, and you can really focus on the searching part. So let's say we wanted these, and this audio, and this image, and you can add all of those all at once, and then it'll show up in here. You can also add text, and you can also record video, your screen, webcam, or dual recording, and also voiceover. Voiceover is improved in the new WeVideo, which is really nice. So you'll notice something different here is you can record from the current position, so wherever your cursor is, or from the beginning. And another thing that is new about voiceover is as you're recording, you can pause. So if you needed to check your script, just press pause, take a drink of water, whatever you need to do, and then resume recording, pause, and done. Another thing that's different here, we were designing for smaller screens and Chromebooks, so being able to adjust the layout here is really nice for students, especially if they do have smaller screens. And then when the student is ready to turn in, we are still in the teacher account, so a teacher can also do this for them, but it works similarly. They can turn in their assignment. So when they click this turn in button, they will get stars to celebrate that they've turned it in, and it's now turned in. I will show you over here. You can see who is in your class, and you can see there is a invite code for the code that you would give students to join your class. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to create a class. So let's say this is a math class. You can fill out these details if you like. We click create, and let's go in there. So every time you create a class, there's a default assignment in there that you can use if you'd like. So this one's to introduce yourself. And I'm going to go ahead and publish that so it'll go to my students when they join. But to create an assignment, you can type the title and a description. Let's say they're going to do real life math, act out a scene in real life where you would use percentages. And one thing to note is that you can add URLs in here. So if you have resources, Google Docs, things like that, you might want to give your students, you can put those links in there. So that has been published, but we don't have any students in here yet. So I'm going to grab this code here. I've copied it, and I'm going to give it to my student. So now we're wearing the student hat. So the first time your student joins, and this is if you are using this in the early access time period, which is anytime between now through August, they won't already have this blue button. So the first time your students join your new WeVideo class, they will enter the class code here. And you can click join, and it'll take us to your student's class dashboard. So this student just joined the math class. Let's go in there and see what they see. So they have 2 assignments already for them. There's the introduce yourself one and the real life math one. So when they jump in, they can get started. So I will pause there for the demo. And let's go back to our presentation. Let me see here. So a couple of ideas for assignment. So one thing I really like about the new WeVideo is it just makes creating assignments so easy. And there's assignments that you can implement into the curriculum that don't require the WeVideo assignment being like a 3-week project. It could be, but you can also do simple things like reflections and video journal entries, or making a 30-second book trailer, or having exit tickets. So you can see some examples here from other teachers. One math teacher created an exit ticket for in your groups, discuss and then work out how to find the percentage of 0.075. And then we have a preschool teacher who had her students talk about what they like about snow, and they recorded a video talking about that. And I know about 84% of you are doing distance learning right now. So these are some really great ideas, and we will send you out this graphic after the webinar so you can have this handy. But these are some really fun at-home learning ideas. I picked out a couple that I thought were really fun that I would like to do myself. So you could go for a walk, create a video, journal of things you noticed, find a recipe, change it, bake something new, and create your own cooking show video. Dress up as your favorite fictional character, act and record it. Run to the mailbox and back, calculate your average speed, create a fast motion video. So some questions that we get asked a lot when we talk about the new WeVideo, which I'll go over right now. So if I use the beta, will I lose access to the classic WeVideo? You won't lose access. So you'll still have access to the classic WeVideo. The things you get in the beta are, the new WeVideo are additional features to what you already have. So you don't have to choose between the two, you can have both. What if I, as a teacher, want to create a video not attached to an assignment. So currently, you need the classic WeVideo to do this, but around June, we're going to have the ability to create standalone videos in the new WeVideo environment. So I'll just reiterate that right now we are still in the beta phase, so the things that we plan to have there aren't all there yet. So just keep that in mind. Can I access videos I made in the classic WeVideo in the new WeVideo? So currently you can't. What you create in the new WeVideo and classic WeVideo are separate, but by 2021, we have plans to have that be connected and migrated over. When will this be available more widely? So around the end of June, districts will be able to choose to give access to their members if they like. And then around August, everyone will have access to use it if they'd like. But you all are here at this webinar, and we are opening up early access for you if you are interested in that. So if you go to this website here, go.wevideo.com/early access, there's an application form there for you. So if you fill that out, we can help you get access for all of your members earlier if you would like. So I will leave this slide up for a little bit, and I will jump back on camera and answer any questions that have come up. And then Jason and Joelle, if you could help with showing or like flagging any questions.
Looks like some of the questions we answered in the frequently asked questions too. Mainly about projects being available in both sides, the beta and the classic. Vincent asked, what is beta? Beta is the new WeVideo that you see there on the screen. So it's a little bit different user interface and a lot more driven by teachers setting up classes and assignments for students to turn in that assignment. There's an ask about project bins. Janina asked if there are project bins.
So I'm not sure exactly what you mean, but I will talk about what bin is here. So we have assignment bins currently, and so the media here are attached to one assignment. Later on, we will be improving our media libraries. So in the future, being able to easily share a group of media items to someone else, which you can share into a project. That'll come later.
Hey, Emily.
Yes.
Hey, so I've been answering a lot of the questions via text, so I hope everyone who's answering them is seeing my responses. I do have one question here from Kristen, who is asking if it would be possible for her or a group of teachers to get access to the new or to the beta without bringing the whole account itself.
Yes, we can do that. I think I'm going to show you what the application looks like, just so you know some nuances to the early access. So let me let my slides go. All right, I will. Yeah, so we can turn it on for just a handful of your teachers. So if you do want to apply for early access, this is what the form looks like. And right here, you can request early access for yourself only, a group of teachers, or all of your members. One thing I want to point out is sometimes people skip this and just click an answer. But there is actually a link here for the non-disclosure agreement. So please do go to this link and you'll be able to sign it electronically. What else can we answer?
A question if there's 1080 export in the new WeVideo.
Yes, I think so. We defaulted it to a setting, and I believe it was 1080, but I want to double check that. Who asked that question so I could follow up?
I'm rolling back. There's so many in here. This is from Hank. Hi, Phil.
Okay. Yeah, so currently we have it, so it's defaulted. One thing we wanted to make easier for the student is being able to just one click and turn in, so they're not being faced with all of these choices. In the future, we are going to have more settings on the teacher side so they can set what the setting is. But I also want to mention that in the future, we're also going to have a personal space where people can create videos just like they can in the classic WeVideo, and there's a lot more freedom there. So when it's not attached to an assignment, being able to set exactly what resolution you want and all of that, that'll be there too.
Okay, Hannah asked if storyboard mode will be available in the new WeVideo.
Yeah, so currently we don't have plans to bring it over. However, we have plans to rethink an easy creation mode. So we're not sure what that looks like yet, but there's a lot of different editing paradigms that make things a lot easier, especially for very new video creators. Just one example of one thing that we're looking at is if you've used TikTok before, the way they record, there is an editing element to it, but a lot of people don't feel like they're editing their TikTok video. For example, being able to record and pause, and then their next scene, they're just recording in the moment. So we're trying to explore something that makes things easier for those new creators.
Christine had a question in here about how a teacher can create a collaborative WeVideo project. So right now, students don't have permission to add anyone to their projects, only teachers can.
Okay, so students being able to just buddy up with who they want. Yeah, so we have that on our roadmap. What will come first is teachers being able to create a collaborative assignment, and then students self-enroll into different teams. And then after that, we're going to open it up even more. So in the personal space, a student being able to just open up a video edit, and then they can add whoever they want. And of course, we'll have permissions tied to that. So you can set it so if it's just people within their class or people in their district.
And then Regina asked, will there still be a gallery?
Okay, so the gallery, if you're not sure what the gallery is and haven't used it, the gallery in the classic WeVideo, you can create playlists of videos and share those out. So we do plan to have a gallery-like feature. We want to improve it a lot, but that is going to come later.
Joelle, you want to take some? I got another one queued up.
Sorry, I'm still responding to a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
see
them.
you answering those. I'll start with this one. So August 2020, this is available to everyone. Is it possible, Joshua wants to know, to keep this turned off for a school?
Yeah, so August 2020 is when at the end we'll have it available to everyone. We phase it out. So we've had that question before. So that June date is when you can choose to either have it on or off for your members. But in August, it'll be exposed to everybody.
Okay. Andy says the search stock collection is great. Can you also filter for media type, or if shared from a district, or if it's personal or stock?
So let me pull that up. So I think it's referring to this area. So you can, right now, this is only essential items. Our WeVideo Essentials collection, where we have the 1 million pieces of stock content. So the search is only for here. In the future, we are thinking of giving more ability here to manage, and I don't know if you see my arrow, but I'm pointing to the media bin here where it says your assignment media will appear here. Having more controls here for filtering, sorting, like personal media versus the stock media. So that'll come later.
And Andy had a suggestion here of adding tags to uploaded content would be a plus for searching large folders of content.
It's a great idea. I am writing it down.
And something from Vincent here. Will you ever host a webinar for those who have never used this product before?
So this product, or it must be about this product, because we are having more webinars coming up that Joel could talk about. But for the new WeVideo, we do plan to have a lot more webinars to help support all of the training that we've been hearing some districts say that they want to do over the summer on the new WeVideo. So we do plan to have more webinars.
Yeah, and as Emily said, we are gonna start hosting webinars for the current WeVideo product. I know there was a good amount of new users here today, so be on the lookout for announcements. They'll probably start as early as next week, where we'll have a similar format as today, and where I'll go over the different areas of WeVideo for admin users or teachers as they get ready to start using with students.
Okay, a confirmation here from Hannah. Can stock media be inserted into assignment media?
Yes, so this is stock media, and let's say we wanted to add this ladybug stock content. And actually, I'll show you for audio as well. So I'm bringing that into my video, and I'm bringing in the audio as well.
Do you think the suggestion
So
might have had to do with the teacher adding that to the assignment?
Oh, I see. Yeah, so when you are in here, and I'm actually in here as a teacher right now, you can add stuff into your students' timeline. So all of these controls are all available to you when you're in here as a teacher.
Okay. Kim asked if there's an educational resource library for how educators are using WeVideo.
Yes, there is. If you go to, let's see, here we go, wevideo.com/education-resources. We have all different types of content here, lesson plan ideas, videos that other students and teachers have created. You can check it out here. I also love looking at Twitter when teachers post about what they are creating with their students on WeVideo. So that's another fun place to look at ideas.
So Hannah clarified her question. As a teacher, can she pre-assign particular media pieces for a project?
I see. So that is something we want to bring over. So you can do that in the classic WeVideo, but that isn't here yet. And we also want to add templates. So being able to scaffold a timeline and have media in there when you create your assignment for your students, that's something that's going to come later on.
Okay. Andy has an important question here. He currently subscribes grades 3 to 12. Are you going to offer any kind of discounted or free district-wide subscriptions during the COVID-19 remote learning this spring 2020?
Yeah. Jason, could you answer that?
We do have a response. We posted something very early in March. If you go to wevideo.com, you will see a banner across the entire website at the top that says, WeVideo is offering support to schools affected by COVID-19. It links directly to a blog, and it has a video announcement and an online form that will automatically provision your needs with WeVideo. And this is free for possibly the next 3 months. It could be extended if we see conditions remain in a remote learning situation. So it's an ongoing thing that we continue to assess. But that is the best place to go to get provision immediately for any school or any district that needs support with using WeVideo in remote learning. And we have an automatic onboarding process that starts to arm you with the right resources and the ability to be successful so that everything is concise and we don't overwhelm you with multiple points of direction of how to get started. Christine has a question. Is music still available as supplied media?
Yeah, so the music, if you, let me show you here. When you open up Essentials, Audio, and then you search for whatever term you want, and I think we have about like 400,000 pieces of audio here. One thing that we're going to add soon are more categories within this window where you see, for example, more genres. If you want happy music, different types of genres, or there's also like instrument types. If you wanted a string instrument. So that'll come in the coming months, more categories to be able to find content.
I think Joel might have some to highlight here.
Yeah, so one question I think that I saw multiple times was if we had a plan for collaboration in the new video and what that may look like down the road.
Yeah, so collaboration, we are really excited for that. So to start, a teacher will be able to create a collaborative assignment, and later on, a student can create a video and add people as they go. And what that will look like, we're in the moment right now designing it and creating it, but it will be, I can tell you that it'll be very open. You can see what other people are doing. You can be in there together. You won't be locked out. It'll feel very open, and yeah, you'll just have access to the project all together as a group.
Mm-hmm. Another that I saw a bit was how will the current content live or coexist with the classic WeVideo and the new WeVideo once they're both live?
Yeah, so right now it's separate. So I'll show you. I'm going to close this assignment. And also, I didn't show this earlier, but to get back to the classic WeVideo, you just go to your icon and it'll take you back. And this will take me to my classic WeVideo dashboard. And you can see I have my content here that I made in the classic WeVideo. And then my content over here is going to live in the new WeVideo. Mm-hmm. So right now it's separate, but in the future we'll merge them so it'll be more streamlined for you.
Mm-hmm. And then I think the last one that I also saw a handful of times was, how do we get access to the new WeVideo now, if possible?
Yeah, so there is a link that I showed earlier. And I think, Jason, could we send out that link in the follow-up emails?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. But it was just go.wevideo.com/early access, and there's a form that you can fill out here, and you can request it for yourself, a group of teachers, or all of your members, and we will process these, and we'll send you an email for any follow-up steps.
Cool.
I got two quick ones. Kurt asked if we can add more sound effects, please.
Okay. So our stock library has it's I don't know the exact number, but it's like tens of thousands, and the library updates all the time, so there's new things. But if you have a specific request, if you really think there's some sounds lacking, you can always write in to us, and we can suggest it to our partners who help us develop the content.
I might have one last question here from Sheila. Will there be a possibility of multiple co-teachers having access to the student work? We often have a regular education and a special education teacher co-teaching our classes.
Yes, so we have on our roadmap enabling co-teachers. So we've heard this request and we really want to enable that workflow. So from being able to view the work or also set up assignments together, that'll come later on.
And I'll squeeze one last question from Christine. Where are the final projects stored?
Oh, yes. So let me show on so let's say this student finished their assignment, and save the thumbnail, and the student's turning it in. Close. So the turned in tab for a student, they will have access to it here. And I don't have it turned on for this student, but if you have the settings turned on that they can send it to Google Drive or download their content, they would be able to download it here or save it to Google Drive. On the teacher side, so the teacher side, that student just turned it in, so they can review the video, and it's here. We just turned it in, so it's processing, but once it's processed, they can also download it and save it to Google Drive, to the teacher's Google Drive.
That's all I got.
Awesome. I have one more poll question for all of you. How excited are you about the new WeVideo on a scale of 1 to 5? 5 being very excited. Well, I'm gonna
Not everybody
close.
voted.
Oh, 100% voted now. Awesome. So let's see what the results are. Cool. We got almost half out of 5, almost 40% out of 4, and 70% out of 3. Cool. Well, I'm glad to see that there is excitement for this because we are really excited for it. Yeah, we really hope that it improves your workflow and for your students as well. We will be sending you those resources, the recording, the resources, the link to the application, and for those of you who did apply, we'll be in touch with you. Please do give us some time to process them. We are processing a lot of things, especially with the influx of new users. And also we'll send that link to the COVID form if you want to apply for free access, if you don't have access yet. And I just want to thank all of you for joining us. It's really nice to be with you all in this era of not seeing so many people. Yep. My email is emily@wevideo.com, so if you have additional questions about the product, you can find me there. And I think with that, we will sign off here.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.